Alright, ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube citizens, y'all know who this is. This is your boy Dash the True Inferno. Back at it with a throwback tunes on another Thursday. Yes, it's been a little minute, but I am back with the throwback tunes and I am reviewing Ultimate Victory by Chamillionaire. Chamillionaire. There's no P. It's not Chamillionaire, it's Chamillionaire. So the joint came out September 18, 2007, and it was recorded from 2006 up to 2007. It was done under Chamillitary Records and Universal Records as well. The producers involved were J.R. Rodham, Playing Skills with a Z at the end, Rick Rock, Kane Beats with a Z at the end, The Runners, The Beat Bullies, and Jormezius the Genius. Okay, that's a new one. Yeah, that is a new one. Also, Chops was involved with the production as well as, well, depending on the track, Maddie P and Track Twins with a Z.com. So very interesting stuff there. Now, even more interesting stuff is that this album does not contain any profanity at all, which is interesting. So, looking at the stats for this album, the album was number 8 on the Billboard 200 charts. It was number 3 on the top R&B/hip-hop album charts. It was 65th on the Swiss Hit Parades charts, and it was, 91st on the official album charts, which is based out in the UK. And the album itself was certified gold. So there's that bit of info. Now, and also, actually, here's one more bit of news. It also was number 3 on the US top rap albums as well. So there's that. And there is a bonus DVD for this as well. We'll get more on that later on in a second. But let's move on. So again, the album came out September 18th. That was in the US. In the UK, it came out October 1st of the same year, 2007. So that's very interesting as well. So there's 19 tracks on the original version. Now there are 3 additional tracks. We'll get more on that in a second, but we're gonna keep it with the original joint. So I'm gonna give you guys, and there's only 2 skits, by the way. So I can give you guys the top 5 and not a top 3, which is pretty cool if you ask me. Now, here we go. The first track is called The Morning News, followed by this is one of, not the biggest one, but one of his biggest singles that he put out, and that is Hip Hop Police featuring Slick Rick. Yes, the legendary Slick Rick. Track number 3 is called Standing Ovation, followed by Won't Let You Down featuring Kevin Cossom. Yeah, Cossom, C-O-S-S-O-M. Track number 5 is called Industry Groupie, which is actually another single, followed by Pimp Mode featuring Bum B. Track number 7 is called Rockstar featuring Lil Rain, followed by one of the 2 skits, which is just called Skit. Track number 9 is called The Bill Collector, no ER, but with the A, featuring Crazy Bone, and that was actually one of the 3 singles. That's the second single of this album, actually. Then we got The Ultimate Vacation, followed by Come Back to the Streets. Next up is I Think I Love You, followed by The Evening News, which does indeed have its own music video, even though technically it's not a single. Then we got Welcome to the South featuring Pimp C, followed by You Must Be Crazy featuring Lil Ken. Then we got We Breaking Up, no G, but with the apostrophe in breaking, featuring Mario. Then we got another skit, which is called Skit, Stuck in the Ghetto, so there's like a semicolon there between skit and the word stuck, featuring Tony Henry. Then we got Rocky Road featuring Devin the Dude, and then The Ultimate Victory. That's the last track off this album. So obviously the name of the album is called Ultimate Victory. This track is called The Ultimate Victory. There's a difference. Now let's get on with the additional tracks here. So there's a Best Buy digital bonus track called Somebody's Gonna Get Hurt. And then there's another bonus track that's called Keep It on the Hush. And when I mean Gonna, it's G-O-N-N-A, by the way. And then we got an iTunes bonus track called Still Counting My Cash. Oh, and Keep It on the Hush featuring Lloyd, by the way. And then that last track, Still Counting My Cash, there's no G, but with the apostrophe on the word counting. Oh my gosh. Now, as I mentioned, there is a bonus DVD. So in the bonus DVD, which is only an exclusive double pack and BET edition, by the way, which is available at which was available at Walmart. I highly doubt it still is now. So the DVD features access granted to Turn It Up, Riding, Grown and Sexy, Hip Hop Police / Evening News. It also got the 106 in Part interview that he did on that show. It also got the BET Spring Bling 2007 performance. So I'm assuming that's him as well as the BET Black College Tour, or Collage Tour actually. And then we got Fly Rides rather. So there's that. And then of course the music videos are Hip Hop Police and the Evening News. So there you go with that. Both of them available on YouTube, by the way, if you want to see the music videos. So speaking of Hip Hop Police, let's talk about it real quick. So the single came out July 21st, 2007. It was recorded in 2007. This is the one that features Slick Rick. So there you go with that. Now, the clean version of the song, even though I said there's no profanity at all in this album, but there is a clean version and a dirty version, if you can believe that or not. But the clean version of the song leaked on the internet on June 18, 2007. This is the background info, by the way. Shortly after the clean version leaked, the quote-unquote dirty version, it leaked as well. Chamillionaire uses no vulgarities, but various other words of his are censored out of the edit version, including gun and controlled substance references, along with some titles of songs and albums. While the video censors album covers of other rappers, which I did see, Chamillionaire described the track by saying, "The Hip Hop Police record is like a Murder Was the Case record. It really a concept record. Most records now are dance records or for the club. It's so much of that, I need to go a different direction." Bad grammar there. I think that's why I decided to come with Hip Hop Police. And then in another interview here, it's automatically different because Slick Rick and Chamillionaire, that automatically gonna raise eyebrows. Slick Rick has always been one of those guys really good at telling stories. That's what we're doing, telling the story about a murder. The metaphor means nowadays just loving hip hop and being a rapper and loving music is the same as committing a murder. With all the controversies surrounding rap, that's what the record is all about. So that was in a 2007 MTV interview that Chamillionaire did. And the song was officially released through Chamillionaire's MySpace page June 22nd, 2007. And it was available for downloads on iTunes as July 10, 2007. It has since sold over 2,679 copies. So there you go with that. Like I said, there's a music video for this one as well. And of course the Evening News, so they kind of go together. They really do. Now let's take a look at the charts real quick. So the charts for this one goes as follows. It's 46 on the Germany charts, 34th on the New Zealand charts, 45th in the Sweden charts, 50th on the UK singles charts, number 1 on the US Billboard bubbling under Hot 100 singles charts, 76 on the US Billboard Hot Rap / Hip Hop Songs charts as well. And this single was double platinum by the RIAA, which I find to be very interesting, quite remarkable if you ask me. So there you go with that. And actually there's one more chart that was not listed on the actual singles page, but it listed elsewhere. It was 101. Oh well, actually I guess they call that bubbling under 100. So it was 101. Okay, so yeah, they pretty much the same thing. So there's that. Now like I said, the other two singles does not have music videos. I looked them up, I couldn't find any. Not to mention they did not make the charts at all. So there's that. Alright, so with all that out the way, let's get on with the best track off this album from worst to first. Rockstar, the worst track off this album, unfortunately, because Lil Wayne is in it. The tempo is cool, but should be a little bit faster. The melody is cool, same with the bass, kick. The snare, however, was cool / really cool. Overall, the track is just cool. That's it. Next up, we breaking up. This is a semi-smooth track right here. The tempo is cool, same with the melody. The bass is borderline cool, really cool. The kick is cool, same with the snare. Oh my goodness. Overall, the track is cool. Then we got the Bill Collector. Tempo is cool. Melody is borderline cool / really cool. The synth bass is cool, same with the kick and the snare. Overall, the track is cool. Then we got the Ultimate Victory. The tempo is really cool. The melody is cool. The bass is cool. The kick is cool. The snare is borderline cool, really cool. Overall, the track is still cool. Then we got Rocky Road. The beat pattern is cool. Same with the tempo and the melody and the bass. The kick is borderline cool, really cool. The snare is really cool though. Despite all that, the track still cool nevertheless. The Ultimate Vacation is next. Drum pattern is cool. The tempo is borderline cool, really cool. Melody is the same. The bass is cool, same with the kick and the snare. The claps are really cool though. Overall, the track is cool nevertheless. Then we got Pimp Mode. Tempo is cool. Melody is really cool. The bass is just straight though. It needs more of it and it should bang. The kick is cool. Claps are really cool. Same with the snare. Overall, the track is cool. Then we got Come Back to the Streets. The beat pattern is cool. The tempo is borderline cool, really cool. The melody is really cool. The bass is cool. The kick is cool, but a bit weak, I'll be honest. The snare is really cool. Overall, the track is still cool. Then we got the Evening News. The tempo is really cool. The melody is borderline cool, really cool. The bass is straight as it needs to bang a lot. The kick is cool. The claps are borderline cool, really cool. Overall, the track is still cool. Then we got Welcome to the South. The tempo is cool, stay with the melody, it needs a bass though. The kick is borderline cool, really cool. The claps are cool, the snare is really cool. Overall, the track is cool. Then we got I Think I Love You. The tempo is borderline cool, really cool. Same with the melody. The bass is cool. The kick is borderline cool, really cool. The snare is really cool though. The track is borderline cool, really cool. And I'll be honest, the title of this song does not match the beat. I'll be honest, in my opinion. It does not match at all. Then we got You Must Be Crazy. Ironically enough, some of y'all might be saying that about what I just said about the previous track. The tempo is borderline cool, really cool. Same with the melody. The bass is cool. The kick is borderline cool, really cool. The snare is really cool. Overall, this track is borderline cool, really cool. Now, for my top 5 tracks off of this album. The best track off this album is Won't Let Me Down. Or Won't Let You Down, excuse me. The tempo is borderline cool, really cool. The melody is really cool and it's similar to the Standing Ovation track. We'll get to that in a second. The bass is cool. The kick is borderline cool, really cool. Same with the claps. Overall, this track is borderline cool, really cool. 4th best track off this album, Hip Hop Police. The tempo is really cool. The melody is cool. It needs a bass though. The kick is really cool. The claps are really cool. Overall, this track is really cool. The best track off this album, Industry Groupie. The beat pattern is really cool. The tempo is really cool. The melody / tempo is really cool. So they sampled the Final Countdown, aka the Detroit Pistons theme song from the Bad Boy Pistons era. So yeah, that's why I really like it. No bass hurts though. The kick was just cool though. The claps are borderline cool, really cool. Overall, this track is really cool. 2nd best track off this album is Standing Ovation. The tempo is borderline cool, really cool. Melody is really cool. The bass is borderline cool, really cool. The kick is really cool. Same with the snare. Overall, this track is really cool. Number 1 track off this album is The Morning News, which is, if memory serves me correctly, I believe that is the first track off this album. The tempo is borderline really cool, excellent. The melody is really cool. The synth bass is cool. The bass is cool, should have banged though. The kick is really cool. Same with the snare. Overall, this track is really cool. The Morning News is the best track off this album, followed by Standing Ovation, Industry Groupie, Hip Hop Police, and Won't Let You Down. Those are my top 5. Now let me give you guys some professional ratings. About.com gave it 4 out of 5 stars. All Music gave it 8.5 out of 10. All Hip Hop, gave it 8.5 out of 10. All Music gave it 3.5 out of 5 stars. Entertainment Weekly gave it a B. Montreal Mirror gave it an 8 out of 10. Pop Matters gave it a 7 out of 10. Rolling Stones gave it a 3.5 out of 5 stars. Or 3.5 out of 5 stars, rather. Stylist Magazine gave it a B-. USA Today gave it 3 out of 5 stars. And XXL gave it an L. Well, nowadays we know what that means, but does it really mean that back then? I have no clue. So there's that. But what do I think about this album? Okay, so he already did 2 albums, and the last time I did a Throwback Tunes episode, I was reviewing The Sound of Revenge, which by the charts and by certification was the better album. This album had a really good start. The first 5 tracks was really, really cool, in my opinion. And then it just kind of cooled down from there. And I thought that shouldn't have been the case. You know, some of those kicks were a bit not up to par with the exception of the first 5 tracks. But I'm gonna have to give this album, I'm gonna give it, this is tough. It's between a 4 and a 3.75. But you know what? I'm gonna give it a 4. I think you should download it. And if you want to keep it, then that's on you. So yeah, I recommend you download it. Now, whether you want to keep it or not, that's up to you. Despite the fact that I said this is the 4, there's no tracks here that are legendary. There's some that is a classic like Hip Hop Police and that are really good like The Morning News, but there's nothing here that is like legendary. But despite that, this album, I still give it a 4 out of 5. I recommend you download it, and then after that, it's up to you, whether you want to keep it or whether you want to toss it. So it'll be up to you. And I'm gonna call it a wrap. So with all that said, y'all know who this is. This is boy New J Gatsby, aka the new Stephen A. Smith, saying peace out, y'all, and I'll see y'all next time. Yeah.